Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the top 3 most dangerous natural disasters in the history of the United States. These catastrophic events have shaped the nation and left an indelible mark on the lives of countless Americans. So, grab your popcorn and let's get started. Coming in at number 3, we have Hurricane Katrina. In late August 2005, this Category 5 hurricane made landfall in Louisiana, devastating New Orleans and surrounding areas. With winds reaching up to 175 miles per hour, Katrina caused catastrophic flooding when levees failed, leading to over 1,800 deaths and billions in damages. This storm changed lives, policies, and the landscape of the Gulf Coast forever. After making landfall in Florida, it weakened but soon regained strength over the warm waters of the Gulf of Mexico. Floodwaters inundated neighborhoods, submerging homes, businesses, and infrastructure. In just a few hours, New Orleans was transformed into a disaster zone. The aftermath was devastating. Over 80% of the city was underwater. Survivors faced unimaginable challenges. Many were trapped in their homes, while others sought refuge in the Superdome, which quickly became overcrowded and unsanitary. The images and stories from this time are heartbreaking. Hurricane Katrina left a lasting legacy. It not only reshaped New Orleans, but also changed how the nation approaches disaster preparedness. The storm served as a wake-up call for communities across the U.S. about the importance of resilience and proactive planning. Today, New Orleans has made significant strides in recovery and revitalization, demonstrating the strength and resilience of its people. At number 2, we have the 1906 San Francisco earthquake. Striking on April 18th, this massive quake registered at a magnitude of 7.9 and lasted for about 60 seconds. The destruction was immense, with fires breaking out that consumed 490 city blocks. The combination of the earthquake and subsequent fires resulted in one of the deadliest disasters in U.S. history. In the aftermath, the response was chaotic. Local and federal agencies worked together to provide aid to those affected. Temporary shelters were set up, and relief efforts began almost immediately. The 1906 San Francisco earthquake left a profound legacy. It raised awareness about earthquake preparedness and led to advancements in seismology and engineering. Today, San Francisco is better equipped to handle seismic events, thanks to the lessons learned from this disaster. The 1906 San Francisco earthquake was a tragic but pivotal moment in history. It not only transformed the city, but also changed how we understand and prepare for natural disasters. The Mississippi River is the lifeblood of America's heartland. Stretching over 2,300 miles, it winds its way through 10 states, providing water, trade routes, and fertile lands for farming. But in 1927, this great river turned deadly. The winter of 1926 brought unusually heavy rains and snowfall to the Midwest, creating conditions for disaster. By early 1927, the river's water levels were dangerously high, and the stage was set for what would become the worst flood in U.S. history. In April of 1927, after months of rain, the unthinkable happened. The Mississippi River, swollen beyond control, breached levee after levee. Water surged across farmlands, homes, and entire towns. The floodwaters stretched as far as 60 miles wide and ran through 7 states, from Illinois to Louisiana. Over 600,000 people were displaced from their homes, forced into temporary refugee camps. Many of these victims were poor black families working on southern farms, often living in extreme poverty even before the flood. In the aftermath, these displaced families faced difficult conditions. The relief efforts, while substantial, were often plagued by segregation and unequal distribution of aid. African American refugees were frequently forced to remain in flooded areas to work, while white landowners received most of the government's support. The economic damage was staggering. Millions of acres of farmland were destroyed, and it took years for many families to recover. The flood also triggered a mass migration, as thousands of African Americans left the South for northern cities, further fueling the Great Migration. The flood was a tipping point for many African Americans in the South, and their exodus reshaped the demographics of cities like Chicago, Detroit, and New York. It was more than just a natural disaster. It was a major event in the social and cultural evolution of the United States. Today, the Great Mississippi Flood of 1927 is often overshadowed by other American disasters, but its legacy remains. It shaped the future of flood control, exposed the deep racial and economic divides in the South, and catalyzed a migration that reshaped America. Thank you for watching. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos. See you in the next one. Smiley face.